and face me, please. Okay, now we're recording.
Well,
we are going to start an animal research project for writing. All right, Liliana, you need to sit up. This project is going to take you 2 weeks to do. It is not due until, let me look at my calendar. Today's May 3rd. It is not due till May 14th. Okay? So this is not something you're going to get finished with today or even tomorrow or this week. You're going to design, if you're at home, you're going to want to set your timer for about 20 or 30 minutes each day, probably 20 minutes to start, and you're going to work on it. We'll do that in class. You're going to work on it a little each day. Okay? Now, you know what? Let's watch this video. What is research? What is research? Let's watch this short 4-minute video and talk about research. Is it when you copy? What's that? That's not what I want. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. All right, let's do it again. When you copy down facts from books and websites and put them all together, is that what it is?
yeah.
The key word there is copy. Okay, you're not going to copy. Watch this part. Not exactly. So you're going to pick an animal that you are interested in learning more about, okay? And you're going to research, take notes, and learn things about your animal, okay? You're doing an animal. This is just having you narrow down your topic. You're doing an animal. So as you're researching, you're not even going to start your project today or tomorrow. You're just going to be learning about your animal, taking notes about your animal. Whenever we're finished with this video, we're going to talk about different information you're going to need to know about your animal. Take notes in your own words. You cannot just copy down the information from a website. Okay, there's a website you're going to be able to get most of your information from, but you cannot just copy down the exact words. That's called plagiarism. You're going to use Google Slides. It says, ask your teacher what options you have to demonstrate your research. You are going to use Google Slides, and we'll talk about that in just a second. All right, very good. All right, let's look at the outline. So I have this outline for you, and this is where you are going to take your notes, okay? Again, this is a 2-week assignment. Do not try to do this in one day. If you try to do this whole thing in one day, I'm going to send it back to you and say no, okay? Because this is expected to be 2 weeks worth of work, okay? Not something you just slop through, all right? So here is the outline I gave you, and it tells you what I expect on each slide, okay? First thing you're going to do, you're not doing this now, you're just listening. Go to sandiegozoo.com and choose an animal. There's tons of animals here. There's amphibians, arthropods, birds, fish, mammals, reptiles. You can click on animals up here. You can filter it this way. You can, if there's a certain animal you're looking for, you can search for it. Why does it keep going to that? That's so weird. Or you can scroll down and find different animals in alphabetical order. Okay? So you might spend your entire day today. You might spend your entire 20 or 30 minutes today looking for an animal. And that's okay. All right? You might decide you want to, gosh, I don't even know what this is. You might want to do some research, just kind of glance around at that and look at it. And think, oh, okay, never mind. Stop, please. Okay, yeah, never mind. My bad. That's not what I wanted. Okay?
What about a bandicoot?
What, look?
What about a bandicoot?
Yeah, it's probably on here. All right, you're going to pick an animal from here. This is where you're going to get your research, boys and girls, right here. The San Diego Zoo. This website is awesome.
And don't waste your time. Like, actually use your time. Just don't wander off just saying that you want to find an animal. Just use your time.
Yeah. Look, there's a test.
Don't just watch video cameras on the San Diego Zoo.
Right.
Yeah. Right. And, like, 2 weeks may seem like a lot, but still, that's really not a lot of time.
Yeah. Okay, so then after you've chosen your animal, okay, you'll type your animal over here. Then you're going to want to open up a blank Google slideshow, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, you probably already know, but I'm going to show you anyway. You'll go over here. You're not doing it now. You're just watching. You're just watching. Put your hands in your lap, please. You're going over here to these 9 little dots, where we check our email, open our drive, those kinds of things. And you're going to click on slides. And when you do that, all kinds of slides will open up. This is my Google Drive, so you can see all the Google slides that I've opened up recently or things I've looked at. And you're going to come over here and click blank. And it will open up a blank Google slide document for you. Okay? I always click these, close those themes. I don't like those themes. If you want to mess around with that and use some of those, you are more than welcome to. Okay? The first thing I want you to do is come up here to where it says Untitled Presentation and click on it. You're just watching. All right? And you're going to want to put your name there. I'm going to type my name, Mrs. Marlin. And then I'm going to type my animal, Mrs. Marlin, and let's say I did a panda. Okay? So I just named it. And that's how you're going to be able to find it later. Okay? Now, it already has one slide for you right here. Let's click over to the outline. What does slide 1 say it is supposed to be? Anybody see it? Your title slide. The title of your presentation and your name. So right here, your first slide, you're going to put the title of your presentation, your name. If I were you, I'd put a picture of my animal. I would find a cool picture of my animal and put it in there. Okay? Now, when you're finished with that slide, you're going to want to insert. It's insert. Yeah, new slide. Do you see how I did that? Every time you want to insert a new slide, you're going to do it just like this. Do you see how now I have 5 slides over here? Yes. Okay. Let's jump back now to the outline and go over some of the other slides. On slide 2, it is your introduction slide. And it says, type this sentence. This presentation is about a blank. And you are going to fill in the name of your animal there. Okay? In this presentation, I will discuss the habitat, food chain, and interesting facts. Okay? That's going to be on slide 2. And I will give extra points for doing extra, using a cool picture, using cool clip art, okay? This is your chance. You can be creative. You can add things. You can look around on the internet, find pictures. And if you need help with that, I can help you with that. Okay, Elijah, do you have a question?
I think another way you can add and delete tabs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Enter adds a tab and delete or backspace deletes the tab that you're on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, there are keyboard shortcuts for sure. There's more than one thing to do things. You're right, Elijah. Okay. Now, if you look at the next several slides, I give you space to take notes. Okay? I give you space to take notes. On number 3, that's your description slide. What does your animal look like? Again, you're not just going to put red. My animal has feathers, period. That's it. Okay, I'm going to send that back to you. I want lots of description here. What is the habitat of your animal? What's a habitat? Jenna? Oh, David?
Where they live?
Where they live, yeah. My habitat's a house. I live in a house, okay? Their habitat might be a tree. Your habitat might be an apartment. Their habitat might be underground.
My habitat's Taco Bell.
Your habitat's Taco Bell.
My habitat's just room.
What did you say, Giovanni?
My habitat is just a room. Because I'm
Yeah.
usually here all day.
Yeah.
My
But what-
habitat is
Yeah,
burger.
you're not just going to use one word. You're not just going to put tree. Okay, I'm expecting you might spend a whole day on your habitat slide. Next, where on the planet can your animal be found? Like Africa, America, Asia, Australia. And you're going to get all this information from that San Diego Zoo website.
Taco Bell.
Slide 6. diet slide. What does your animal eat? Is it a carnivore, herbivore, or omnivore? Look up these words in the dictionary, and I will post a link to a dictionary. What are the predators of your animal? What if you don't know what the word predator means? What can you do? I don't want to know what it means. I want to know how you can figure out what it means if you don't know. Don't tell me what predator means. Go ahead, Felix. Look it up in the dictionary. Yes. David, what are you going to say? Dictionary. Yep. You could stick it in Google. I'm all about that. You know how I feel about that. All about it. Just stick it in Google. I do it all the time. Interesting facts. 3 interesting facts about your animal. You can do more than 3 if you want. All right. Now, your conclusion slide. You're going to type this sentence. This report was about a blank. I discussed the habitat, food chain, and interesting facts in my report. I learned a lot and hope you did too. Okay? And then the last slide's a reference slide. You're going to copy and paste any web addresses that you use to make this presentation. Okay? So you're definitely going to use, everybody's going to have that San Diego Zoo website on this slide. And then if you used anything else to make your project, you're going to want to put those there too. Let's talk about Wikipedia. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of Wikipedia. Raise your hand if you've ever heard of the website Wikipedia. All right, let's talk about that. Some websites are more trustworthy than others. Like, do you think this San Diego Zoo website we're using has a lot of good information on it? Information you can trust? Yeah, you've heard of the San Diego Zoo, right? It's a huge zoo out in California, and they do a lot of help and different things for animals. Okay, Wikipedia is a site that you can anybody can get on there and type information. Okay, even me, even if I don't know it's right, I can get on there and type the information. If you have an account, you can get on there and type information. Okay. So just be careful whenever you're using sites. Make sure you're using websites that you know is giving you good information, okay? Make sure you know that it's giving you good information. That's why we're starting with the San Diego Zoo website. We're using that for most of our information. Okay, editing list. Check off each thing after you do it. Does every slide include all needed information? Yes or no? Did you include at least 3 pictures in your presentation? Do you have a capital letter and an end mark for every sentence? Are your words spelled correctly? Did you show your presentation to someone to make sure it makes sense? That's important, especially if you're at home. I want you to show your presentation to someone. It can be a grown-up, it can be a neighbor, it can be a brother or sister, it can be your grandma or grandpa, your aunt and uncle, okay? And you're going to write that person's name on the line, all right? You're going to present it to somebody, okay? Now, I know that was a lot of information. We will go, I'm going to post this link so you can refer back to it. Now, I was thinking what I would probably do, you have 10 school days to work on this. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And I see 10 slides here. Now, some of these slides are going to take you longer than others. The title slide, the introduction slide, those can probably be done in one day. Okay, but you're going to want to pace yourself because by the time you get down here to the interesting facts slide, that's going to take you some time. Okay? So kind of manage your time. Think about it. Come, not Friday because I won't be here, but on Monday next week, we will kind of see where you are. You should be about halfway through your project by Monday next week, and then it'll be due next Friday. Okay? Does anybody have any questions about it? If you have questions about it after today, make sure you ask me. All right. If you're at home, make sure you ask me your questions. Email them or jot them down so that you don't forget to ask when we're on a live. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop the recording. If you have a question, I'll still take it. And then we're going to do a little bit of reading. Okay. Anybody have any last minute questions? Colton.
Oh, I just forgot what I was going to say.
All right, keep thinking. Let me know if you think of it. Elijah.